The Sarcastic Enchantress, Part 5, Ivan and the Fresno Ace. At that moment the stallion was charging full force, rattling Ivan, first time even close to a horse. The peasants they passed waved their hats in derision, and Ivan asked, how'd I get in this position? A messenger boy for that arrogant witch? Here in Fresno I could have been royal and rich. Yet there'd still be the mystery of that magician, her riddling enigmas within contradictions. Do I even like her? One way to find out. 85 years of marriage to learn all about her. The stallion spat, grumbled, young chump, shut your trap. And Ivan gasped, whoa, talking horse, holy crap! The horse said, I wasn't born chained to a carriage. I know of the strain of maintaining a marriage. You think you can win her and happily after? The work's just beginning. This brought Ivan's laughter. Or could it have been you were whipped by your bride, and fixed, trained in tricks, and then took for a ride? The galloping stallion went stiff in his tracks, tossing Ivan in slush, muttered, you take that back. Ivan snapped, me? Apologize? Don't make me laugh. So they stood there in silence a day and a half. Then finally, Ivan snarled, all right, I'm sorry. It's baffling to think that the mare in your story would run off. The horse huffed, I don't want to hear. If we're going, I'll steer. You ride facing the rear. So Ivan rode backward, embittered and bored, till the horse halted. End of the line, here's the shore. And I don't think my steel toes will keep us afloat. Ivan sighed. Think that princess would lend us a boat? The horse snorted, you should go back there and marry her. Gamble on love, overcome the class barrier, prove to her parents the strength of your hearts, and then I could watch your slow drifting apart till the cold silence aches, but there's nothing to say, and some smarmy Prince Charming enchants her away, leaves your castle a tomb that you wander through, haunted and heavy with everything you never wanted. Then Ivan sneered, you're such a hopeless romantic. Could love lift you up and across the Atlantic? The horse let a mighty hee-haw, and the sound of his snickering lifted his feet from the ground. Ivan giggled. Hey, I've never seen a horse fly. They rose higher. The stallion laughed. Neither have I. But I once heard a myth of a musical matron where levity caused these two kids levitation. And Ivan laughed. Now I know why you're called Ace. Only question remaining is why the long face. Can you guess why the chicken was crossing the road? No, just tell me. To visit a pig that he knows. It's not funny, sneered Ivan, at least not how you said it. Hey, knock, knock. Who's there? It's the chicken, you get it? This story takes place when these old jokes were new, and so fueled by this humor, the two of them flew. As Olga sat knitting, she watched drifting clouds and kept pricking her fingers and cursing out loud. She saw a shape. Is that a bird or a plane? And is plain a real word or a burp in my brain? My mom calls me simple and plain, said one maid. The other chirped, my dad mansplains while mansplayed. They weren't the brightest by quite a few watts, these twin chambermaids, stupid as two chamber pots. But Olga ignored them and watched it arriving, a soaring black horse with a wisecracking Ivan. The black stallion landed with Ivan upon it. I'm back, he stepped down. Here's the stud that you wanted. So how is the quest? Olga asked. Are you kidding? He scowled. Bad. And you? I got bored, took up knitting. The cape that I started now weighs 80 pounds, and it takes these two maids just to drag it around. And this peacock? He asked. A projected fear entity? No, that's my pet's long-repressed queer identity. I've been assisting with its exploration. Some sorcery, mainly support, affirmation. And you? What's the deal with this beard that you've grown? And that scent? Is it fish egg and pickle cologne? Still, I owe you a breakfast, my end of the deal. He smirked. Oh, yeah, right, like you meant that for real. She said, I keep my word. He replied, but be honest, you drown me for dread of that sarcastic promise. I meant it, ironic, she sighed. But deep down, I was scared that I wanted to. That's why I drowned you. He kissed her hand. Well, that's mature and revealing. I'm glad my cruel death could help sort out your feelings. Then Olga spoke softly, the horse jerked in pain and contorted and changed into Boris again. He sighed, Olga, you monster, I hope you're contented and cured of the pent-up resentment you vented. The torment I felt to be scorned and divorced and then told I'd learned loyalty, chained as a horse, as if I should be saddled with all of the blame. It's your mother who changed while my true love remained, and she left us. For Prince, look, my haircut so neat, so why me with the iron shoes nailed to my feet? Olga said, "When I asked you why Mommy withdrew, you refused to say, so I assumed it was you." I kept silent, he sighed, because we all loved her dearly. But I see now I could have spoken more clearly. She said, "It's Irina who sold you. I freed you." He smiled. "You know what? I'm just happy to see you. But you call me monster. I just heard you say it." "I did, and you are. I'm your dad anyway." Irina arrived, and they danced until dawn. Then Ivan was welcomed to camp on the lawn. To be continued.